Hello everybody, thanks for jumping in and joining my personality type and decision making PowerPoint. Just another brief introduction. I'm currently an online student at ASU pursuing my mechanical engineering degree. I'm also currently an instructor at NPTU, which stands for Nuclear Power Training Unit. It's a hands-on training facility where operators learn about and operate nuclear reactors and associated steam plants before going out to the fleet and the Navy. And I've been doing nuclear style work in the U.S. Navy for approximately 9.5 years now. I am super engaged and passionate about leadership, teamwork, and communication, both inside and outside the workplace, which is why I chose to take this class. I find it super intriguing. As far as my assessment results go, I was deemed to be ENFP, or a campaigner. This is associated with enthusiastic, creative, and idealistic mentalities with strong communication and connection skills. People that are ENFP are open to new experiences and perspectives. They're also driven by values and a desire to make a positive impact. Their strengths would include exploring ideas, inspiring others, creative problem solving, and weaknesses would include overcommitting, difficulty with routine tasks, and they could be sensitive to criticism. Do I agree with these? Yes, for most. There are some disagreements that I do have, and we'll cover that in just a second. So absolutely I agree. I thrive on connecting with people and generating ideas. My workplace is a place where we always want to and strive to find the best answer, whether that's the most efficient thing, the highest and the rightest, etc. So it's really important to us that we have that connection to stimulate thought and ideas to get the best answer for any problem that we could have. I also agree that overcommitting is a struggle that I do have. Even now, I currently run the Sexual Assault Prevention and Response Program on our location, as well as I am the liaison with the American Red Cross for their blood donation. I do routine blood drives at our location as well. One thing I do kind of disagree with is the ability to focus. I do focus on routines when needed, and especially in the work environment where that structure is definitely key to success. I thrive in that routine and that structure. Overall, this assessment definitely accurately captures my enthusiasm and idealism, I believe. Applying HRO theory to my personality, right, high reliability organization theory, which is specifically used in high-stake fields like the Navy. It emphasizes preoccupation with failure, resilience, and deference to expertise. Right. My strength in that specifically is connecting diverse perspectives to create solid solutions. One instance of this is my favorite wall pin story to talk about. So at my work, there was a specific thing that was attached to a wall with a pin, and we ended up breaking that thing, and it caused us, some pretty crazy delays to the point where we couldn't get our submarine out. And we had to do some really quick on-the-job thinking to determine how to best replace this pin. And a bunch of us came together and determined that with a couple of springs and a couple of pieces of bar stock, we were able to do almost the same design that your watch does when holding on to the watch strap, and use this to connect that bar back in with that same kind of technique to hold it in place. So some really collaborative, diverse, and ingenuitive thinking in a team environment, which was fantastic. Again, challenges balancing that high workload with multiple collateral responsibilities, right? So don't need to hit too much on that because I already talked about it. But HRO's flexibility and commitment to expertise definitely aligns with my collaborative style, I believe. Some barriers that I feel I can find when working with different personalities. I find that overcommitting myself can lead to stress and burnout, affecting focus. This is something that we actually touched on in our previous leadership assessment discussion, which is kind of interesting. I do see that different communication styles could affect misunderstanding, and high idealism in the workplace versus practical constraints that we have can create some conflict. Right. Resistance to routine or structure in others versus my flexible approach could be specifically a barrier in my workplace. One thing that I do see is that when we do have instances where something is going to have to change or we're going to have to redirect, we do a fantastic job of pivoting, and it's in the pivot that where we don't necessarily have as much structure, but more openness and resourcefulness to new and different ideas, that I thrive the best. But then right after that, we do go back into our structure. And then also that need for clear boundaries and realistic expectations and teamwork, I also could see as a potential barrier when working with those different personalities. My final thoughts, right? Understanding my ANFP traits definitely helped me leverage my strengths, and then also teach me my weaknesses and help me support those, better decision making, so that I can have some more teamwork in the workplace. HRO theory specifically provides a valuable framework for high stakes decision making, and continuous self reflection and communication is definitely the key to success. Thank you again for joining me. Again, this is Jared Stelter. I hope you have a fantastic day.